does so when you're sleeping.
So when you're sleeping, you look stupid?
No, but it cushions your head. But no, look at this. This is my whole setup. I have this. So this is for when you go like that for your neck, right? So I have this and this.
You're really snazzy.
Please have your passport and all proper documentation ready.
Okay, that was probably 2 minutes for you guys, but that was 24 hours of travel for us. We flew from Asheville to Newark, to Tokyo, to Fukuoka, and we'll explain why in a minute. We're looking for some foods. If you didn't know, Jen's like a famous Pilates instructor, and so she travels all over the world teaching her stuff. Tiberina, that doesn't sound right. We're gonna have to get back to you. We're having a depressing moment right now. There's still there's wine glasses and stuff. Maybe it's, anyway, she teaches her stuff all over the world, and but we haven't been able to do it since COVID. So tell the people what you're teaching on this trip.
Well, in Fukuoka, I'm teaching pre and postnatal professional teacher training. I'm teaching flossing the fascia, just how to work with fascia and movement. And then in Bangkok, pre and postnatal teacher training and diastasis, how to work with women, people who have diastasis. Okay, so our favorite restaurant here in Fukuoka was closed tonight. So we're feeling really sad because we were craving it a lot. And the whole story of that restaurant, Ange and I, probably 10, 12 years ago, just walking around and we found it. And there's a joke that wherever we are, whatever country we are, Vietnam, China, whatever, I always am looking for an Italian restaurant. So we found one here and it was amazing. And we're hoping that it's still the same people and everything. We don't know. But it's amazing. And pretty much when we're here, I mean, it's so sad because we should be eating sushi, but we're at that Italian restaurant. And this guy who owns it, he mentored in Italy. I mean, it's so good.
And we found it just by walking around, whenever that was, 10 years ago. And the people were so cool. It's just a couple, a tiny little restaurant. Now they have a baby. But so we went there one night. We came back there the next night, and this is what they made us. So we came back the next night, and they had translated their whole menu for us in English. And so these pieces of paper are like 10 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd lost it, but I keep, whenever we go overseas, we're always left over with a couple bucks, and I just keep it in an envelope. And when I opened it on the plane, it was that menu. So I'm so psyched to have it. They're gonna freak out. Hopefully they're still there.
Yeah.
All right, it's the next morning. We're dealing with some serious jet lag as usual. But here's our little room. And
3 beds.
there's 3 beds. We've assigned an activity for each one. We won't go into that, but and this is the bathroom. And last night I was like, dude, where is the toilet?
Yeah, and look over here at the sink. We have the washer. Where's the
washer
toilet?
and dryer, the sink. And Jen's like,
Well,
maybe
tell
it's
them why.
maybe it's that square right there.
Because a lot of times you squat.
Yeah, a lot of times there's like a hole and like 2 like tread things for your feet, and you just squat. But that's not what that is. So we're like, this is a cool room, but do we go to the bathroom in the sink or what is the deal? But over here in a weird spot is the toilet. And in Japan, you can have like fireworks shows or whatever you want here. But honestly, for Japan, this is a huge room. That room we had in Tokyo it's like as big as one of these beds.
Yeah.
And this is all, she left us all these gifts. Norie is our friend who owns the studio where Jen teaches. And so today is, Jen has the day off to recover from the jet lag. And then she starts teaching tomorrow. So we're gonna go to get some coffee and maybe go to a temple. It's hot as hell here, but we'll see how it is.
You did not bring shorts.
I did bring shorts, but I don't have any shoes to wear with shorts. I mean, I have my flip-flops. So on these trips, what would you say my position is? What's my job?
Everything other than teaching. Have all the organization, all the travel stuff, all the hotel stuff, where we're going to eat at night,
Yeah,
etc.
That's the one that's actually important.
What?
Here's my job. Once the trip starts, my job is to set up the projector, pick
Deal
a
with any
pick a
problems.
restaurant, and
Well-
carry the wallet. That's my biggest
Well,
job.
also- and
carry
also-
the wallet.
And
Jen's been doing this forever, and I used to come with her now and then, but she used to come alone a lot because we had kids to deal with. But now that the kids are in college, we can do whatever. So basically I tag along, and while she's teaching, I brought a ton of editing projects so I can work anywhere. And that's about it. We've just been goofing around this morning because we got up so early because of the jet lag. So we went and got some coffee, and Jen likes to go to a Starbucks. Starbucks and Italian restaurants are her thing. And we went to some temple that we just happened upon, and then we went to get another coffee. And now we're at Tochiji Temple.
largest glass wooden statue of a seated Buddha in Japan.
And there's also something, you go into this dark room, and if you touch the wheel, it means you go to paradise, and if you don't, I guess it means something not good. I don't know. That was built and founded in 800 AD.
That was crazy.
And there was something called the Tour of Paradise and Hell. And it's like you go through this dark passageway. And Jen didn't like that very much.
No,
It was pitch
I almost
black.
didn't go. It's pitch black. You can't see anything.
But that was cool. That Buddha was
And
really
it's right
cool.
after you see all these pictures of devils and demons, and then you go into this pitch black. Honestly, you cannot see one thing.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Do you want to just get that?
All right, we just went to Canal City and had some ramen at the ramen stadium. It's like supposedly you can get every regional kind of ramen there is. And we had Hakata, which is from here. And it was pretty good. Jen, did you think it was good?
I did think it was good, yeah.
And we didn't have trouble with the machine. We had some machine anxiety, the way you order. But it was in English and had pictures. So it was easy. And it was pretty good. And now we're gonna walk back about 20 or so minutes to the place we're staying. And our main goal of the day is to try to stay up all day until it's time for bed and try to get rid of this jet lag situation because Jen has to teach in the morning. We're gonna go out with the studio owner tonight, Norier, our friend, and I haven't seen her in years. When did you see her last?
I mean, it must have been 6 years by now.
Yeah.
So for you, maybe
It's probably been 8 for me. We haven't seen her in a long time. So anyway, I'm psyched to see her. We're gonna go have a good dinner, and I think the person who's translating the course is coming too. Do you think 2010 was the first time you taught?
Well, Tokyo, I didn't come here the first year. I think maybe for the first 2 years it was just Tokyo and then here.
So we're just reminiscing about past trips here, and there's a restaurant up here somewhere that we went to, and Fukuoka is different than like Tokyo. Tokyo is like, you're probably going to get an English menu if you need one, and people speak English. People speak English here too, because the education systems in Japan are good. Yeah, it was down there. But Fukuoka, you're probably not going to get an English menu usually, and you know, there's just not as much English. So we went to this restaurant and had no idea what was on the menu, and so we both just picked something randomly, and what came for me was sashimi chicken. So it was just pure raw chicken, and I didn't want to eat it, but
We go straight?
yeah, but I had to eat it because I didn't want to feel like a dumbass in front of the waiter, and we were just waiting for me to die, but I didn't. I can't say it tasted great. I think I dipped it in soy sauce to make it taste good, but I don't recommend sashimi chicken if you can avoid it. Can't be safe.
VIP.
It was so nice to see you again. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou. See you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
Nice to meet you. Okay, we just met Norier and the studio owner and Yuka, the translator, and had like a 5-course dinner. It was insane. It was so good. This French restaurant. We heard the whole story about the Italian restaurant that we used to love. Lots of drama, but it's closed, and that's such a bummer. So nice to see them, and now we are going to sleep, hopefully all night. That's the hope. All right, next morning, I got up at 3:30 a.m. Jen got up at 5:30, something like that, and we couldn't go back to sleep. And I think I mentioned that I didn't bring the proper footwear for shorts, but I've decided that I have like a punk rock look going on. So I have these shoes, and I asked Jen if it was like a look, and she said, yeah, it's like a look.
It's one of the looks you could have.
I think it's punk rock, right?
Yeah, you look so punk rock. I'm telling you. This way.
I don't know. You're
Well-
the Fukuoka expert. Let's talk about that dinner again last night.
What about it? It was good.
How delicious it
It
was.
was so delicious.
At least we've eaten one Japanese meal so far, the ramen. but it was really good. And those people are so nice. They're so sweet. And they treat Jen like a freaking queen.
Did we tell it already? The news about our Italian friends?
Are you going to tell the whole real ugly story?
Well, it's quite shocking to us, but apparently the husband, who is the chef, he had been physically abusing his wife, who was like at the front of the house and waited, you know, brought stuff to the table. And then she got pregnant, they had a child, and apparently he was like okay for a little bit when the baby came, but then he started abusing her again. So she just left, went to her parents, had to get the police involved so he wouldn't follow her, and the restaurant closed down. It's just so sad.
We loved that place, and they were so nice to us. And like that first day we met them, we didn't really know what was going on because of the language. Like, they didn't speak any English, and we don't speak a bit of Japanese. But they had us sign like a soccer shirt and like all this weird stuff, but it was so fun, and they were so nice. And he's such a good chef. Like, the place was just amazing. He studied in Florence or something. He was really good. He was Japanese, but he could cook some Italian food. And so it's a bummer that it's closed and that their family broke up, because we met their baby and all this stuff later. They didn't have a baby when we first went, right?
No.
But it's just a bummer, man, because we loved that place and we loved those people, and it's just sucks. Anyway, it's a bummer. I found their old Facebook page last night, and this was before we heard the whole story about what happened. And I just sent them a note that was like, hope you guys are doing well, and I just let us know if you moved locations or you opened somewhere else. And I sent them a picture of the menu they gave us 12 years ago that we kept, because I thought that would make them happy. I just think that they would freak out that we still had it, because it's kind of crazy that we do still have it.
Did they answer you?
No, nobody answered. Anyway, so now we're going to Starbucks, because when Jen travels alone, she loves Starbucks because it's comforting, because you can go up to the counter anywhere on earth and say, give me a grande latte, and they know what you're saying. So it's like comfort for her.
And also it gives us our walk.
Yeah, it gives us our walk in the humid hotness that we really don't need at all.
And Joe can show off his
My
punk
look.
rockness.
You just wait. I walk down the street today. Tomorrow when we walk down, there's going to be hundreds of people with the same look trying to copy. Oh, look what Angelo brought from America, this new punk rock look. Wearing boots and shorts, I don't think is a very cutting edge fashion statement. I think it's pretty standard, isn't it?
Well, you could spend your time today going to the mall and getting some tennis shoes. Huh?
Or I could embrace this new look. I think that's what I'm going to do instead. This is what just happened when I turned off the camera. I said there's not really any rules on shorts and what shoes you're allowed to wear. And Jen said, well, yeah, it's just funny for you because you always try to look so plain.
Well, that's true, right?
It is true. If I can blend in and no one notices me, that makes me the happiest.
This is gonna
Unlike Jen,
lots of attention.
Unlike Jen, who her fashion sense I've described as crazy person escapes loony bin and goes to TJ Maxx and Target and Walmart. She will mix stripes and polka dots without a second glance. I also call her fashion sense Schleestack chic because she often dresses like a Schleestack from Land of the Lost. True?
I guess I've never really. Yeah, you showed me pictures. Yeah, I guess so. I don't.
I'll try to find a picture, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Schliestack chic. Jennifer Gianni. Jen got a nice healthy scone.
That's not healthy.
Jen got a nice unhealthy scone, and I got a nice non-vegan breakfast hot dog.
You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk.
And I can smell the oil.
All right, my part of the job is over. I set up the projector. I brought her little suitcase up the stairs, and but I forgot some props that Norier bought for the course, so I'm bringing those back, and then she's ready to go. And last night I was trying to remember when she actually started doing this stuff, and the first one was in Tokyo in 2007. So she's been teaching these courses for 16 years, and they evolve, like it's not the same course at all. But I can't believe she's been doing it that long. And she started at this one little studio in Tokyo, and then over the years she started coming up here to Fukuoka, and then Seoul, Korea, Busan, Korea, Moscow, all over China. Where else? England a couple of times. But and what it is she teaches other teachers how to deal with their pregnant pre and postnatal clients, as well as healing diastasis is another one she's doing, which I know more about this stuff than I ever wanted to know. But anyway, it's her little niche market. And do you say niche or niche or niche? Anyway, it's her little slice of the educational universe, and people freaking love her courses and love her, and she's really good at it. And so she's been able to travel all over the world teaching these courses, and it's pretty awesome. And it all started back when we lived in Los Angeles. We did a series of DVDs where this was like for the general population, exercise DVDs, and those did really well. And then she started getting interest from people who wanting to learn her techniques, and she's been kicking ass ever since. Cool, right? And it's so funny, those DVDs, I think the first one were in like 2004, and we had to hire a whole crew, like a full-on, film crew with dollies and cameras and cranes and like the whole deal. And then when we moved to Asheville, the prices of equipment came down, and I was like, I can probably figure all that stuff out. And so we did a next series of DVDs just with me. Actually, we hired a little crew the first time, and then I started doing all of it. And that's the deal. All right, my job's over for the day, kinda. They're gonna start in about 15 minutes. I think there's 19 people on this course, and which is good. Usually it's like 12 or 14, so that's a lot. My only job left is to go to the grocery store and get some stuff, and then we also have to usually my job as valet, Jennifer's valet, is to pick a restaurant, but she already picked a restaurant. She wants to go to that French joint we went to last night, so I don't even have to do that. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store, pick up some vittles, and then I'm gonna try and catch up. It's what, Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. And we left on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I haven't worked in 3 days, really. I've done some stuff just keeping up with emails. But I still have all these workshops to edit from the California trip, which was back in January. I filmed like, I don't know, 14 workshops. And so I want to get those ready and out the door so that I can start planning the next filming trip. And that stuff, I never know what I've said or what I haven't said. And plus I don't know what I've said on the other channel and this channel. But those are for our website, which is like a continuing education for Pilates instructors, where I go out and shoot videos and then we sell them. Like we shoot videos of Pilates stars out there, high caliber, like Pilates instructors who know their shit. So, grocery store, and then I'm gonna go back and get organized and start editing. All right, I cleaned up the room, I put all the groceries away, and I'm getting set up here. The only thing about this room that is a bummer is there's no there's no kitchen table or desk. So I've got my little makeshift workstation. I'm connected to the TV. I've got all my projects here. And so I'm gonna edit this video, this workshop, finish that. Then I have 2 more workshops to finish. And if I get those done this week, then this is the Tour de Mont Blanc videos and my motorcycle channel videos. And if I finish all this stuff, I'm gonna work on a little bit of that. Fusion Digital Media, Fukuoka division.
I will explain as I go along, so you don't have to.
Okay, it's about 6:30. I'm so tired, and I just sat and edited all day. Jen's gonna be destroyed. She taught for 7 hours. Anyway, got half of the workshop done I was working on, so that's good. We're gonna go get something to eat and probably go straight to sleep. That is the plan. And you might think we're being babies about the time change, but it's 13 hours in the past at home, and it's a brutal time change to get used to. And I'm pretty sure I remember going home is even worse, so it's kind of brutal. How was the course today?
I thought it was good. I'm tired though.
That's some hard-hitting news right there.
It was good. It was 20 people and just a lot of teaching, talking. I'm tired. The students are amazing. My friend Norier, her studio is amazing. And it was a good time. It's just a lot. And being jet lagged is, I'm hoping that I won't be as jet lagged tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Please hit like if you liked this video, click the alert bell for notifications, and please subscribe. See you next time.